Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Northern Ag TV. Wyoming irrigation is one of the most important aspects of the Cowboy State's ag industry. Without it, many crops would not be able to survive the high plains and mountain foothills. However, the infrastructure many irrigation districts are running on has become outdated and not as efficient. Of course, 6 years ago, we saw the collapse of the irrigation tunnel in Goshen County that cut water off to over 100,000 acres, and now this year, the Laparelle Dam in Converse County was torn down due to lack of structural integrity. That, of course, has left over 100 irrigators without water until 2029, and as you can imagine, it's drawn the governor's attention.
You know, it was a 1917 tunnel, and the concrete was pretty remarkable, but it eventually failed. And it's taken us all this time to try to figure out how to get it back, and they're still only getting about 80% of their water. So 2 other tunnels on that ditch alone. And then you start talking about all the stuff just around Wyoming. We've got a dam, the Laparelle Dam, that was built in 1907. You know, it was falling apart. And so we wanted to make sure that we could do something to kind of fix it up too.
That, of course, is something that the Select Water Committee is also focused on, as Vice Chair and State Senator Brian Boner told me. A bill draft that they're supporting will allow water districts to better prepare for major maintenance projects.
And so we're looking for ways to allow these irrigation districts to save for their future and invest in their future. And that's something that bill that we sponsor today would do, is remove the restrictions that prohibit irrigation districts and similar districts from assessing their members to save for replacing, say, a dam or a very large piece of infrastructure. That lets them save for that eventuality and invest those funds with the state treasurer to realize a greater rate of return. So that's a bill that we sponsor today. It's going to help and really empower our local leaders within these irrigation districts to make the right decisions and plan for the future.
In addition, Governor Gordon has also assembled the Cowboy State Agricultural Working Initiative that is led by Wyoming Department of Ag Director Doug Miyamoto in an effort to find the best solution for headwinds facing Wyoming's third largest economic driver.
They've had really good conversations ranging from natural resources generally to water specifically to what can we do to, make sure that our marketability of our products is even better. They're working these processes. There'll be some opportunities for folks to be able to weigh in that conversation. We're certainly all listening to what the various organizations are saying. And I'm really excited that we have, the stock growers. We've finally got a really strong wool growers element here in Wyoming that is sheep industry. Talk about losing our dominance to Australia and New Zealand. You can't hardly find American lamb, and everybody talks about New Zealand. That just doesn't make sense to me.
The full press release for all of that working group is available on our website. Well, that's going to do it for our Northern Ag TV. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.